AM 560. The Answer.
They use the word social democrat because it sounds so nice, but it's really communism you're talking about.
I mean, he is ridiculous, but the reason he's using communism is because he knows socialism is really popular.
Not among anybody who's ever lived in a socialist country. Cockeye! Congresswoman, cockeye! What's with your left eye? Look at me when I talk to you, whore. I can't stand them. Terry, Chicago.
Hey, Shaun, 4 real quick things. One, I hope one time you have a biographer for Meyer Lansky on. He was a genius.
Yeah.
2, in 1972, 1973, Anthony Lorino, alderman to office, his ward had 2 guys that top precinct captains were made judges. They didn't have a law degree. 3, the illegals are the favorite sons and daughters, and the U.S. citizen is a stepchild. And 4, when I talk to you, I feel like 2 cents waiting for change.
There you go. Bingo. 4 things. Not tomorrow, it'll be 5 things. These Chicago guys. Never enough. West side, south side, greedy is what you are. Matt, Mount Greenwood.
Hey, good afternoon, Shaun. Thanks for taking my call. You're probably aware of this, but this is Rich. So Bally's Casino negotiated a deal with the city of Chicago under Lightfoot so as not to open up restaurants and bars and legalize gambling machines. Well, his eggplant Johnson said, yeah, let's do it. We're going to open it up to restaurants and bars so for legalized gambling. Now, they hired Lightfoot. Bally's hired Lightfoot to open up a lawsuit against the city of Chicago because they're thinking they'll lose over $200 million in revenue because of the competition
Well,
from the machines.
that's an interesting argument. You're talking about Bally's hired Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is the agreement that the city made with that casino. You know, they lured them in there, right? They lured them in there. They set up the whole thing. And, you know, the guy that owns it, his son was the one running for Cook County or alderman. I think his son is an alderman. So the landlord for the casino, his son was running for Cook County commissioner or some asshat job. Anyway, or maybe Congress. He was running for Congress, the kid. So he's a trust fund baby whose father owns where Bally's is the tenant. Okay? But in that contract, if you read it, because they had to lure them there, they were assured that there would not be video game ghetto gaming. And if there is, the city was to pay, from my understanding, now I'm going on old information, or the original contract, $4 million a month. The city of Chicago was supposed to pay Bally's. So I'm curious to know how they get around that. And then you look at the aldermen who are arguing for ghetto gaming in the ghetto. They all want, either they want to be agents for the ghetto gaming, or they've got mass contributions by the ghetto gamers. How you doing? Although they're not even gangsters. Those ghetto gamers, those are butter-handed pimps. Dennis Evanston.
Hey, Shaun.
Hey, how are you, babe?
I unfortunately had my own business for 46 years in the state of Illinois.
Dennis, isn't that sad? I mean, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to let you finish. But isn't that tragic, man? That used to be something that people were proud, right? And they legislate you out of business, where they take away the incentive, the purpose to be in business. They raise the cost. They raise the taxes. It's aggravating, but go ahead.
Anyway, I closed the business down October 1st, 2024. Had enough. Good living. And the state has been after me forever for $220 from 2021. So I get a letter. I get a letter from this fat-ass state of Illinois employee, and I call him. He says, we'd really like to close the books and everything. And I said, well, my accountant doesn't think so. But just to make you sleep better, I'll send you a check. And he said, oh, no, that'd take too long. You know?
They want you to go online and pay it.
Yeah, well, I went, that's the joke, too. So I mailed the check to his attention. I just want to see this guy actually have to do some work, because his job's going away soon, because this whole thing is sinking fast.
Dennis, I can remember years ago driving to Springfield to do that, to like pay them. You know, you don't want to have a problem, and they're going to do this, and they're not going to let you open the doors. And driving like a lunatic. I can't remember if it was for the real estate or the cigar business. I don't even remember now. And sitting down every month, and paying them online, the password, the receipt. I was like, you got to be out of your fracking mind. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah. And what do you get in return?
So then
it's like
I go down to Florida.
It's a triple whammy.
I go down to Florida, and at the time I went down, I needed to go down. I wasn't making any money here. I'm like, I got the kids in school, private school, bills out the yin-yang. So I drive, and I take all my licenses, right? And I'm going to open up. I got the LLC. I got the accountants. I got everything, and got the address in Florida. And I'm driving. I'm going to go right to Tallahassee. I go in. When I say to you, Dennis, the nicest people that you could imagine. Here we are. Let's get it in. I thought I carved out like half the day. I'm going to be in this place for 4 hours. I was in and out of there in about 30 minutes. I don't even think it was 30. And here's my direct line. Here's my direct number. Where are you going to be? Oh, you're going to go call your car. Where's your office? Here. Okay. You might want to look here. You save money. Save money. When's the last time anybody in Illinois wanted to save you money? I said, well, gee, how much is the license, every year? Because I was a real estate guy here. How much is the license every year? She goes, what are you talking about? I said, to pay for the license. Oh, no. You don't pay. You pay for continuing ed. It's nothing. Nothing. You pay for continuing ed. And $10 to file it. $10. And you file it once, one-time fee. I mean, Dennis, at a certain point, if you don't know you're being abused, you keep putting up with the abuse. The problem is they bank on people not knowing.
You get to the age, too, where you really can't do anything about it. You're stuck. And the old saying, crap rolls downhill.
Yeah.
The state of Illinois, the county of Cook, the city of Evanston. I got the trifecta.
Yeah, you did, kid. You really did. At least in Melrose Park, the food is good. You take care of yourself. I hope I see you.